And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Here's Wilson to throw right away. That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. Past the 20, 10, 5, touchdown, Philadelphia. Dawson Knox, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. And Smith chooses not to return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25.
Here we go.
Now a guy who went to prep school right here in Philly, DeAndre Swift. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to them.
First down, and they go with Swift again. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Well, this defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
Yeah, what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
And 3rd down is a key down in any game you play. And 3rd down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
Here we go. Here we go. 11.
They'll try and throw for it with Burrow. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Levi Wallace with a pick. And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football.
Okay, partner. No surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to make sure you keep your footing underneath you.
And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive, it comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
A really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good. Touchdown! Amon-Ra St. Brown, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Had the option to hand that one off or run it himself, but instead, a really easy, quick pass.
I like the way they made a decisive decision and get it right to the receiver. One move later, he's in the end zone.
Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 14-0. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And Smith not going to bring it out, so it's a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Well, Charles, it's kind of gut check time. Look, I know it's early, first quarter, just their second drive of the game, but they've already thrown the interception, given up the score. You're down double digits. They got to figure out something, and pretty quickly here.
No doubt about it. And when we look at that sideline, I'm sure you're observing the same thing I am. I don't like the body language at all. They look like they're in a state of stunned disbelief. So to me, we always talk about someone stepping up and making a big play. I think it would behoove them if multiple guys step up and make big plays right now. They need something positive to happen, and they need for it to happen now.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Burrow on play action. Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 43. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there.
And that's how you shake off the interception you threw on the opening drive, come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to two people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 43. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're not doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
They need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. On 3rd down, here comes Swift. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. Already down 2 scores. They're going to go for this rather than settle for 3. They'll try it now with Swift. And, boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. The Steelers try it, but they come up empty on 4th down. And the Eagles defense able to hold. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Play action. Now Wilson sliding out of the pocket. And that is incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Wilson, throw to St. Brown, complete on the left side. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down. Here's the first carry for Austin Eckler. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
From just shy of midfield, Wilson working the middle here. That's complete to Knox, the tight end. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Set.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll bring a tight end in motion left. Running on 1st down, Eckler. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32.
The Eagles sitting at a very solid 4-2 record through the first 6 weeks. And they come in with fresh legs. They got the extra time off thanks to an early season open week.
And usually your hope is that your open week comes a little bit later in the year. But when you get a chance to get your fresh legs back, you have to take that time and run with it. And that's what they're trying to get done here.
His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a 1st down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he rifles one incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. They go back to the ground now with Eckler. And nowhere for him to go again. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. It's been a pretty long drive. This will be play number 9. And they need 10 yards out of it on 3rd. Wilson.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. And the Steelers are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line.
CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Now a deep ball going to be caught here near midfield. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
11 MP.
Off the play fake, here's Burrow. Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted.
Picked off by Kirby Joseph. And the Eagles will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. The one side gets an interception, but their defense comes on the field and picks them right back up by getting a pick of their own.
And I think you saw the same thing that I did, Brandon. As he ran off the field after making that play, we saw his quarterback seek him out and offer a personal thank you to bail him out a little bit as the offense takes the field again.
On 2nd down, Eckler. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. Once more, here's Eckler. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They go play action with Wilson. That's complete to Austin Eckler, the running back.
And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Finds Corey Davis.
And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. Was that a design pass, or what was that?
It was built into the play call. He had the opportunity to either hand it inside, keep it himself to run it, or do what he just did. Throw that pass inside, hitting a receiver on the run.
On 2nd and inches. Wilson on the screen. This is Eckler. Touchdown, Eagles.
Austin Eckler.
A 22-yard touchdown grab.
And the Eagles have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns.
Boy, so if you are scoring at home, Charles, and God bless you if you are, but that's now 3 drives and 3 touchdowns.
So in a baseball game, wouldn't that wreak havoc on your scorecard?
Yes.
I mean, with all the action that's happening now, how they got here, whatever cliche you want to bring into it, they're locked into a groove, they're clicking on all cylinders. Bottom line, they're piling up the points.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. From his end zone, here's Tremon Smith. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
So a costly penalty yardage-wise as that'll move the football down to the spot of the foul.
And what the officials are looking for in these situations, whether you're playing the man or the ball, and if you're playing the man, you get a lot less leeway in terms of what's going to happen at the end of the play. But if you're looking for the football, it's less likely to draw the flag.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A very solid gain of 27.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
First down, here's Burrow. And that's out to the flat for Swift.
And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Here we go.
From the 25, here's 2nd and 6.
Now Burrow.
They'll try and set up the screen to Swift. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
From the gun, here's Swift.
And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense as he'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success.
Here's Swift.
And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers.
DeAndre Swift with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Steelers get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
Extra point splits the uprights, and they'll cut the lead to 21-7. Here's the Steelers kick team as they'll boot this one away.
Phillips now from the end zone. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And just inside of a minute left, Charles. They got a pretty long field ahead of them. I'm curious to see how they play this, but you would think definitely enough time to at least try to get 3 out of this.
Yeah, you want to move with a nice sense of pace. You want to up the tempo a little bit, but you have to do it with some poise as well. You don't want to go so fast that you hurry yourself into mistakes. There's enough time to put points on the board if they do it right.
And even though they have the lead, you know that they would love to extend this lead before heading to the locker room. A give, Eckler running to the right. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson.
And that's into the hands of Eckler.
Now another timeout called for by the offense, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
On second and very short, Wilson.
Got St. Brown running the quick slant here.
Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Couple of nice plays right in a row, and it's an Eagle first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Wilson. And the Steeler pressured too much here. He's going down. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Now Wilson. He's got his target. It's the tight end Knox. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. A bit of a surprise. They're going for it with 2 ticks remaining. No sign of the field goal unit. Final play of the half. It's Wilson. This is caught. And with a clock reading zeros, he is into the end zone. What an exclamation mark to the end of this second quarter.
Indeed. Indeed.
A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Out of the end zone comes Smith. And in hindsight, probably should have taken it. Gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2. Not the start to the drive they were hoping for. That run doesn't get them much at all.
No, not at all. And that leaves them with 3rd and long, which means you got to dial up something pretty good. Think your best player with a play that he likes to run best.
On 3rd down, Burrow. He's got the tight end, Mo Alley-Cox. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not even going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Swift going to try up the middle. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow.
He'll drop this one off to Swift. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll try and run here with Swift. Room here to run. And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. 81 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Now, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
From the 39, Burrow. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete.
And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
Now whistles here before the snap, and it looks like one of the Steelers may have moved. The full start backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
They will run straight ahead with Swift.
And a short gain down to about the 33. Now on 2nd and 13. Burrow. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They're passing here, Joe Burrow.
he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. Levi Wallace with a pick.
There he goes left side. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD.
And Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick-6.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. And as confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
On the return, here comes Smith out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD. And if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here and maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
It's a pickup of 12. Second play in a row with a 12-yard gain. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10.
Once again, it's Swift.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 10 more there and another first down.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
They'll run right here with Swift.
And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Here we go.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
Gotta go, gotta go, gotta go.
On the handoff, this is Swift.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 11. Slot man moves right.
Now a give, right side, Swift.
And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. And the ball smacked down on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal.
Here's a handoff to Swift.
And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
DeAndre Swift
with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Steelers get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit.
He's doing his part, but still facing a sizable deficit.
And he would like to do more, but he needs help from the other 2/3, right? He needs his defense to bow up a little bit, and he also needs special teams to maybe create some big plays and help them get back in it.
The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag.
So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
They started on the ground with Eckler, and just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
They get 9 yards back on the run there. They're left with a much more makeable 3rd and 2.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
Play action. It's Wilson. And he completes it to the tight end, Knox.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the fourth, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. They continue to throw these safe passes. Who can blame them?
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy, because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out, because this one, it was over a long time ago.
And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. He'll get this to Eckler.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
You have confidence with a lead to throw it here in the fourth, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and tell you to go like a turtle at this point. You just go ahead and play.
And he'll get it inside the 35.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. They go play action now. Wilson. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down. Here's Wilson. And he's got a man, Corey Davis.
And he is going to have an Eagles first down, and he's going to have it by plenty. Able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 2.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column.
Wilson's throw here taken in by Knox. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts, as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Again, Wilson.
Quick toss to Knox. And the Eagles are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Stopped short. Down at the 1. Had the broken tackle, but couldn't get it all the way home. 3 yards is the gain that time. 2nd and goal. Wilson wants to throw it.
The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete. Well, fourth quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
On 3rd and goal, Wilson. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sacked back at the 9-yard line. Now the Steelers going to use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play.
Set.
Fourth down. Here's Wilson. And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete. They can't hook up here on the fourth down pass attempt. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They'll start on the ground with Swift. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Now Burrow down around his goal line. And oh, that is going to be a safety. And this defense has been smothering all game long. Why not give them 2 more points here in the closing minutes?
Well, they've certainly earned it. They've gotten the better of this offensive line for 4 quarters. And this sack here will just be a little icing on the cake.
Taken in at the 11. Oh, Wilson going to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And it's incomplete. Still throwing to the very end. But now this game is over.
So it's a victory here for the Philadelphia Eagles. And when you break it down, this was just a thoroughly dominating performance.
And I truly thought that we'd have a tight game coming into this one. I think you felt the same way based on our conversation after the production meeting. But obviously not the case. And how about just how it broke open? You just all of a sudden, whoosh, there it is. This thing is pretty much done. And the crowd stayed with it to celebrate because they're like, let's enjoy watching our team play this well. This is fun.
So for Philadelphia, the win moves them up to 5-2 now on the year. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Houston Texans. Meanwhile, for the Steelers, the struggles intensify as they drop to 2-6 now on the year. And they'll take this loss into the bye as they'll be back in action in Week 10.